Edgar Lungu, the man, the myth, the legend. He rose to stardom and fame after the demise of Michael Chilufya, who left in the presidency basically on a silver platter. Unbeknownst to many people, he had been in government and cabinet for quite a while. And for the younger generation, we just kept asking, who's this new guy who keeps rocking fedoras?
That Edgar Lungu you are seeing in State House, her is a force to reckon with.
As ECL began to ditch the fedora, several veteran members of the Patriotic Front began to be ditched as well. Winter Kabimba went to form his own party, GBM went to become vice president of UPND, and Shibakambwili, who just became a hater.
There's no humbleness. Whoever says President Lungu is a humble leader is being economical with the truth. Lungu is corrupt.
Of course, there were members of the Patriotic Front who stuck by ECL. For example, Harry Kalaba stuck by ECL even without the promise of an iPhone 15. And we have Given Lubinda, who stuck by ECL long enough to see him get a haircut. For the 2015 elections, the narrative given to Zambians was that this is the man to continue the legacy. The man chosen by the legacy orchestrator himself, Mr. Michael Chilufya. As for 2016 and beyond, the narrative had moved to its Pro-Max version, as they said he's not just chosen by Michael Sata, no, he's also chosen by God himself. And by this point, you can see that, look, he's always praying. And look at it, he's such a humble man too. This was a brilliant campaign because as a nation, we fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. We fell in love with ECL, his swagger and his charisma, that even when he told a dry joke, as a nation, we laughed.
Water. Water is an important, extremely valuable resource.
It's still funny. No, it's not. We loved ECL so much that even when scandals began to arise, like his political advisor brandishing guns, or his cabinet minister being involved in some of the biggest scandals, we were still like, nah, it's not the president who's bad, it's those surrounding him that are bad. Yeah, that makes sense. Fast forward to 3 days before the 2021 elections. The entire country was only talking about 3 of the most famous men at the time: ECL, HH, and of course, Yo Maps. Whether UPND or MMD, the song was a hit. By this point, the prodigal sons began to return, GBM, Shibakambwili. But it was too late. That even planned campaign ads just looked chaotic.
Mr. President, other than what you have said, what is it that you have done you can point at? Because I remember in the last campaigns, you've been singing about Sontapo. What is it that you are going to point at this time around for people to have confidence in you and vote for you?
Agriculture. For example, where we started from and where we are, statistics are there to speak for themselves.
For a humble man, controversy seems to follow ECL the way a child follows an adult when they know they have games on their phone. ECL showed up at the airport saying he was flying to South Korea for a World Peace Summit, but he was stopped by immigration to say you do not have government clearance. Following this, ECL through his lawyer sued the state, but a day later withdrew, stating that the summit would be over by the time the case would be heard. However, he has given the state 48 hours, about 12 hours left, to uphold his freedom of movement, or else what would follow would be a lengthy and complicated court procedure. The big question is this just drama and controversy that will fade away, or is this the power play by ECL? Cause a stir, look good in the eyes of the people, and then announce that he's standing again in 2026.
The fact remains that President Lungu is eligible to stand in 2026. That's the law. And as according to the decision of the Constitutional Court, is eligible to stand.